So these are the physical buttons. This is what people were dreaming of. You can scroll the volume, and this is the 2026 Mercedes CLA, but this is the combustion version, not the electric one. And what are the differences between the electric and combustion version of the CLA? We will cover this in today's video. And now let's go ahead and check it out in full detail. Alright guys, so the car is here. This is the combustion version or the hybrid version of the CLA with the petrol engine. 1.5 liter in different power outputs is available. So this one is in really nice, and I would even say gorgeous, very modern metallic paint, and this is the sapphire blue. So this is, I would say, lighter blue, but not like baby blue of course, but on the lighter or let's say medium side of the like a saturation, or let's say blue palette of the blue shade. This is also the AMG line Plus package, so this is extended AMG line, which is called the Plus, and it also has in it already in the package night package and these gorgeous 19-inch wheels, which are the multi-spoke in dark finish. So let's check out this car from the outside. It does look really modern and sleek. I park it here so we have a better visibility 360 view, like you guys love it. And this one has also really great interior, which I will show you as well. So the coupe shape of the CLA is really stunning on this car. Check this out, very sleek silhouette. And this being a hybrid, of course, it has a petrol engine. So in the front, let's say we lose the frunk, which is here in the electric CLA, but in the combustion one, in the front is the engine. We will check it out. But first, what is the difference from the visual standpoint? The main one is the grille, because the lights are the same, but the grille with the combustion version of course has a pass-through grille, so the engine can be cooled down and you can see the MB stars. The grille on the edge of it is illuminated, and with the electric one the whole grille is illuminated, including the stars. Also with the night package this is darkened, but we can say the grille is the difference, otherwise it looks the same like the electric CLA. The lights are the same, the LED signature, so these are the multi-beam LED lights which are connected with this light beam in the middle. Let me know what you think about that as well. And on the new CLA the big news is also that we have the whole glass from the, and also big news is that the panoramic sunroof is now a whole glass. The roof is from the glass, so that's really something new on the CLA. You cannot open it, but the whole roof is actually consists from the glass. So this is how the car looks. And also with the new CLA we have this triangle like with the Maybach, we can say. So this is something what makes the car look even more aerodynamic. So let's see here the wheels. These are the 19-inch, really gorgeous with this finish, which is, I thought it's darker, but it's actually silver, but it appears like a darker from the distance. AMG line embossed here, and the tire size is 225/40 R19, and these are the Turanza tires, MO. So Mercedes original Bridgestone tires on this particular car, but it may have different on the different examples. Also check out here the additional cameras for the driving assistance, like on the electric CLA, that's the same here. And in terms of the key fob, it's here, so the new style of the key fob. And we have also pop-up door handles, so these are from the S-Class and other new Mercedes, really gorgeous. The trim is high gloss black because of the night package of course, and the rears, in terms of the tires, 225/40 R19. And one thing to mention, this is the combustion version, so it is a front wheel drive or 4MATIC, and with the electric one primarily it's a rear-wheel drive. So that's the difference, of course, between the electric CLA and combustion version of the CLA. So I'm really curious to hear why would you pick electric and why would you pick this combustion version of the CLA. So that's something what I would like to hear from you guys. From the back we can see the sleek design of the CLA as well. It has connected tail lamps with LED signature as well. And CLA 180 branding on the left side in chrome. And Mercedes in the middle. Also with the AMG Line Plus package you get this lip on the boot in dark gloss finish. And tail lamps are LEDs, as you can see here. Of course, here we can see the fumes because this is a combustion version, so the exhaust is here, as you can see. Of course, on the one side, as is usually the case, only the AMGs have two exhausts, mainly some V8s as well, but in general. So this is how the car is looking from the outside. Let me know what do you think. Maybe we can check out the luggage compartment. So here is the boot, and you can close it with touch of a button, which is nice feature. Some floor mats here for the interior, brand new car, and compressor for the tire kit, tow hook as well. So you can see the liters cubic feet on the screen. In terms of the trunk, of course, we have the engine, so let's go ahead and check it out, because with the electric you have trunk, with this one you have an engine in the front. Let's go ahead and check out the engine bay. So we need to pull twice, and interior is really gorgeous, but let's check out the engine first, because this is the first time I'm seeing this engine. Okay. Oh, just the release. Okay, that's good. That's nice. So no release here. Okay. Alright, so here we have the engine. This is the new 1.5 liter petrol engine, and we have also 8-gear transmission here. So this is new technology for the CLA. So some people say this is a Chinese engine, but it's developed by Mercedes. It's made by the partner Geely in China, by exactly Horse Powertrain, which is a joint venture, but essentially designed fully by Mercedes. So we can say it's a Mercedes engine, of course, in my humble opinion. And in the terms of the power output, this is the base 180. So we have 136 horsepower, and of course additional horsepower from the mild hybrid, or we can say high-tech hybrid. Then the CLA 200, we have 163 with that, and then CLA 220, then we have 190 horsepower. So essentially like in the previous generation, but now we have 1.5 liter instead of the before. With the 220 and 250 we had 2.0 liter, and still in the A-Class it's available. So that's the difference here. And of course you can also get 4MATIC with the CLA 200 and CLA 220. With 180 you cannot get 4MATIC, only front wheel drive. And in terms of the acceleration, 8.8 seconds for this base version, then 200 has 8 seconds, and 220 has 7.2 seconds. So the difference is about 1 second between these engine versions, or we can say power versions, because the engine is the same with the all cars essentially. So if you don't need that power, you can get the base engine and you will have the same engine as the top version 220. So it really depends how you are driving, and you can, for example, spend more money on the options than on the engine power. And the engine is pretty silent. It's working, I would say, with the engine with the hood down, nice and quiet. So it's not some rumbly engine in my opinion, at least here idling. In terms of the driving, we will go for a drive, of course, as soon as it will be possible. But currently this is just fresh from the factory, and of course as soon as possible I will go for a drive and film the drive. And I'm really curious how this will drive compared to the electric CLA. Now let's go ahead and check out the interior. So pop-up door handles, frameless doors, and check out here these black door sills with illuminated Mercedes-Benz. Really nice. So here we have this special interior, which is the AMG black with microfiber MB tex or Article leather. Then we have this crystal white A-band, check this out, and red piping. Can you see here? These red. And of course we cannot miss red seat belts. And here in the middle you can see we have this sort of like a gray stripe. This is looking really fantastic, check this out. With integrated headrest, and this whole roof is glass, panoramic sunroof. And in terms of the doors, check out these door cards, lots of white here, and even here on the lower section, check this out, wraps around there. And this is a plastic, black plastic, and this is like an aluminum finish. Buttons, then you have a switch for the rear windows, electric mirrors, and electric seats. So these seats have working. So this is working at the real push. Check this out. Can you see? So it's moving, this button, because previously it was only capacitive. So now it's physical as well, and you can unlock the door handle, so you can open doors, of course. And this trim, which is like a metallic decor, it's looking really nice, and in person it looks like a premium materials and solid build. Nothing is squeaking here, so that's fantastic. Also we have place for water bottle and some storage space here. A little bit because of the watch, I cannot get it, like the reachability is not the best. Okay, so if I have to say something, maybe the reachability without the watch would be easier, but otherwise, yeah, it's looking really great, and I really like the door cards. And stay tuned, we have also passenger display, so check this out as well. New steering wheel with physical buttons. So let's hop inside. Let's close the doors. The sound of the doors closing is nice and solid, I would say. Now let's check out the interior, and first of all let's check out these buttons. So these are the physical buttons. This is what people were dreaming of. So physical buttons, you can scroll the volume on the steering wheel like it was in the previous generation. And of course with this one you can change the speed for the cruise control, Distronic or classic cruise control. Otherwise the design is like in the previous generation, but the layout of the buttons and physical buttons is changed. Also what is new are these stalks. So these are new for the CLA. In the previous ones they were looking different. These are more high-end looking with this like aluminum finish. And this is the gear lever. Also one thing is new for the combustion version. So you are starting the engine with this button. So there is no more button here like it was in previous cars. It's now on the stalk. So this is how you start it. So essentially if you want to turn off the engine, you press here and it will turn off the vehicle. We have this sound like with the electric CLA, but this one is a combustion. And you foot on the brake and you press this once again. Okay, I'm surprised as well, because the car was in the... Yeah, the car was in the mode, which is the hybrid for the first time. Previously it was in combustion mode, so the RPMs went up, but now because of the hybrid it can move without essentially the engine. So with the lower speeds it can move. But if I want to have it on the like this one with engine on, I cannot do it this because we don't have engine start stop button. So yeah, maybe if I start to drive, but it will turn off as well, I think. So this is one thing. So this is one thing what is new with this car, that you cannot force it. I believe you cannot force it. Maybe you can in this mode where you are stationary with engine on. So we will leave it like it. Maybe with this one, if I have it on the hold like this, yeah, so now it will stay in place on hold with the system on, but the engine is still off, you can see by the RPMs, and that's because we have here the hybrid. So with this high-tech hybrid, you can move in the city at lower speeds, and you don't need to use petrol engine. So here is the huge 14-inch screen in the central screen, but also here we have the passenger screen, but currently you can see the screensaver. So the stars, they are like flickering on the display. Also here we have the camera, so you can use it as a selfie or with the zoom calls. So this is the new layout of the CLA, and we need to put this. Okay, now maybe if I force it into the sport mode. Yes, so in the sport mode it will turn on the engine. But if you put it in park, it will turn it off. So you need to put it in sport mode. This will kick on the engine. And you need to put it in hold. And now you can be stationary with the vehicle and engine on, if you wish to do so for some reason. So this is how I figure it out. Yay! Okay, I'm really happy that we have physical controls. Overall space here is, I would say, spacious. I feel nice here and spacious. And overall atmosphere in the CLA is really good, actually. Also here we have this panel where you can see the dynamic select. So this is for the engine modes. So if I press it, you can see comfort, sport, eco, and individual. In the individual you can change here in the settings. So you can change here the drive, steering and ESP. The drive can be eco, sport and comfort. Steering can be comfort, sport, and ESP can be comfort and sport. Then here we have this parking camera, and for this car we have a rear camera only. We don't have the 360, but it is optionally available, so you can do that as well. It's high definition camera, so that's great. With this one you can turn off the display, or you can have a cleaning mode, this sort of stuff. Then hazard lights, this is voice recognition. Then we have the mute for the volume and the volume rocker as a capacitive. These are the vents, the new style, so you can move it. And AC operation is here in the menu, so you can put it on auto or windshield for the body or for the legs. Then you have turn on, turn off feature. Then you have AC mode, air recirculation, fan speed. Then we have sync and rear defrost for the rear section, for the rear glass.
Okay, I'm switching on the rear window heating.
Then here we have the wireless charging for a phone, and the pass-through place here is actually hole, so you can feed the USB-C cable and then connect underneath, because here is no port, only underneath we have two USB-C ports. Then on the lower section of the central tunnel we have also this band, so you can use it for storage, for example, to secure something here. And I need to lower the AC here. Okay. In the middle we have two cup holders. These are adjustable. And I feel like they are a little bit stronger than before. So adjustability for smaller cans or cups. so that's really welcome as well. And you can use it as a storage space as well. One thing what is not possible to do is close it with some roller like it was in the previous car, so that was something what I would like to see, but this is it, how it is in this model. And here we have the middle armrest. So with this one we have red stitching, of course, like on the seats. You can open them only one side, so if someone has a hand here or arm, it can open only one. So you can open only one side. Then you have like a small place for like a coins or some change, as you can see. And then you have a larger storage space here as well, so that's really nice. No USB-C ports in the glove compartment, in this storage area, no USB-C ports, but it is illuminated, as you can see. The seats are pretty comfortable. They have different structure than in the, let's say, A-Class or CLA previous generation, but I really like the bolsters, and I was driving the electric one, and I would say that these seats are comfortable. You can also change this like in the C-Class in the front, so you can put it more in the front. The headrest and the glass is just crazy, the huge glass here. Red seat belts, this is like a cloth, microfiber, and this is a faux leather or Artico or MB Tex leather. Red piping once again, and this crystal white, check this out, how gorgeous is this combination. And it's not even that expensive, this optional extra, so I would recommend this for those which love this style. And then is also here the glove compartment with additional storage space, as you can see here. And previously in some cars here was like a net, so there is no net here in the new CLA. And here on the upper side we have a mirror with the light, and here is also a microphone. So if you are calling with someone, it will be feeding through this microphone. In terms of the grab handles, there are no on this car, like these ones on the top. There is no. And in terms of the sound system, you can get the Burmester, but in this case we don't have it here, and also we don't have it here. But it is of course optionally extra. In terms of the vents on the top, so check it out, here is a control for this. So this is also possible to open or close, really interesting as well. And here is like a flat area, this one above this wall of the screens. In terms of the interior design, this is the design which you get in the non-AMG line, in the progressive one. You can get this in the blue, but in the AMG line we have it in the red. So this is something this is how it is preset, and you cannot really change it as far as I know. But what you can change is here on the steering wheel, so you can swipe like this, and now you have an assistance view. So with this one, if you are driving, you can see the cars. And so I tested this in the traffic, and it works really well. And if you swipe down now, then you can get a view from the map. So the map needs to be loaded. Yeah, you can get a map here, that's not an issue, but maybe it needs to be activated. This car just came from the factory. Okay, otherwise I really like this design. What you can also do is here in this mode, you can change what is in the middle, consumption, refueling, and this sort of stuff. Also you can have a map in the middle, so that's great as well. Otherwise it's more simplified, not as much customizability, and not as much customizability like in the previous ones. So yeah, this is how it is currently. And here is a central screen. So with the central screen, here we have the new icons for parking, service. This is like a service menu. Also you can see the tire pressures, Mercedes support, engine oil, and coolant temperature. Then we have radio. You have favorites, all stations, search and settings. Then we have Bluetooth player, so you can connect and then play music. Music and audio sound system, so here you can change individual pure, intense and rear exclusive. Then we have equalizer, bass, mids and treble, and acoustics, neutral or punch, and surround sound. And this is the area which you can also have in the sound system settings. Then ambient lighting, so with this one you can have a monochrome or a multicolor. So this is how this looks. So this is how it looks, monochrome or a multicolor. Brightness we now have on maximum, and you can have effects, operating feedback or warning assistance. So now we have names also for the colors. So like a pool blue, this is I believe 64 still, but now we have these names like a purple, soft purple, and you can see how it changes. Neon pink, magenta, and also you can press here I believe magenta, mega pink, warm pink, salmon pink, salmon red, blood orange, orange, yellow. So 64. And then we have multicolors. So with this one you have a ocean blue, looks like this. Then we have the Miami rose, then Malibu sunset. Also you can see here the line, burning blue, Venice pink. So the names are like in other Mercedes vehicles, the newer ones. Then you have chrome shine, red moon, jungle green, ultramarine, fresh cyan, racing yellow, and racing orange. So for the time being I will switch it to the blue one, pool blue, the most visible during day. And then we have settings. So in the settings you have system language, keyboards, control elements, time and date, internet, Bluetooth, display brightness, bunch of stuff here which you can set, software updates, factory settings, assistance. In the assistance here we have traffic signs, visual audible, staying in lane and changing lane. Then you can have also full package for assistance systems. This one has distance, as you can see here, but as you can see, distance assist not enabled but can be obtained at a later date. So now you can purchase essentially this from the, not from the factory order or from the get-go, but you can later purchase this, which is also great, because in my car, in my first car I didn't order it, and then I was really sad that I didn't have it and it was not possible to retrofit. But in this car you can do that if you want to have it. So that's what I like. Then we have brake assist, all these assistance systems. In the vehicle we have dynamic settings, tires, in the light, locator lighting, exterior lighting, switch off, delay is also warm, so we will lower this. Okay, and then we have audio. So in audio we have sound system, sound experience. So this is off. Then we have balanced, powerful, and intense. So even with the combustion version we have these modes when you are driving, and in settings we have interior interaction and exterior interaction sounds as well. Then we have phone voice output, loudness normalization, phone settings, virtual assistant, camera. So with the camera you need to have a storage media, And then we have the navigation. So okay, needs to be activated. It needs to be activated. Then we have profiles and further apps. VLD browser, digital extras. So this is for the Mercedes Me. And then here we have the camera. So once again, you need to agree or reject. So we will reject for now. Or we can allow. But you need to switch on the interior camera. You need to allow image capture. Okay, and now we can see the camera. So that's fantastic. And you can see also LiDAR scanner here on the iPhone, which is working. That's pretty cool to see. Okay, we'll turn this off. And then we have gallery, so you can take pictures, selfies with the camera. And sound experience, this is for the driving, as I showed you. AM radio and owner's manual. So that's it for this particular car. VLD browser as well. But you need internet access and data package. And in the Europe, you can turn off this speed function here with the tap of the button, or you can hold the mute like it was before. But maybe I'm not sure which one. No, maybe this one. Maybe now it's not possible from the steering wheel to turn it off, but maybe you need to turn it off here manually. Let me know if you know in the comment section down below. Or maybe there is a shortcut for something here. This is not a button, just a physical area. So yeah, long press of this does not work. It looks like it's only. And now I have here this, please touch the display. Okay. But we don't want to link it now. Yes. So yeah, that's the setup for the Mercedes Me. And now, will it work? Okay, so now it works. Yay! Finally, a passenger display. For some reason it didn't work, but I think there is a logic behind it. I just didn't understand why. And this is the passenger screen. We have an audio source. This is audio via vehicle speakers. Interesting options here. Gallery, browser, Bluetooth player. So many things which you can do here. Audio only at the seat. And then have settings here. So you can have sounds. Also screensaver. Then we can have a display of internet access, camera, my devices, and all settings. And it looks really great. The sharpness of the screen and everything is the same actually size as the central screen, which is basically MacBook Pro size, 14-inch. It's really, I wouldn't say it's like huge, but it fits here, in my opinion, in this sort of modern cockpit. So I really feel nice here in this cockpit. Now let's go ahead and check out the rear section of the new CLA and this specific combustion version. So let's hop inside. Door closing sound once again. Really nice for rear doors. Some storage space in the doors. Of course, privacy windows with the nice package. You have a hook here and nice trim. This hollow white piece, really nice one. And now we are in the back of the CLA. So I can put my feet under the seat, no issues with this. And we have some nice amount, much more than in the previous CLA. So this is like a double what from what you can get in the previous CLA. Also check out the ambient lighting here, or for that matter on the other side. I have a flash here so it's better visibility. And this is how the front looks from the back. Really nice white design. And check out the front section. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Here we have air vents in the middle and two USB-C ports. These are illuminated, as you can see. So we have nets here for the storage space behind each seat. And of course we have the ISOFIX for the child seat, so you need to remove these plastic pieces. And yeah, then we have a ISOFIX anchor points. And to put it back, it can be tricky, but it's pretty easy. So first you need to put this trim piece here, and then it will just click into the place like this, very easy. And the rear seats, of course, we have a 2+2, so we have two dedicated seats, and then one middle seat, which is also technically a seat because it has a seat belt. So this is a 3-seat configuration with two dedicated seats, and the bolsters are better on the dedicated seats, and it's really nice and pleasant here for sure. Then we have also here the seat belt, a red one, very gorgeous. In the middle we have the armrest, which you can fold out in this white, crystal white. Place for the tablet or smartphone, and 3 cup holders as well. And it's wide enough for 2 arms here, of course. So I'm really digging this rear section. Also, this is how the fronts, this is how it looks. The headrest from the back. Now with the flash off, you can see the illumination for the ambient lighting. And overall I feel really nice here. So let's switch here. And now we are in the back of the CLA. We will test the headroom, so let's check this out. We have some more headroom than in the previous CLA. I'm 184 centimeters or 6 feet and just below 1 inch. This is my height. And yeah, I have still, I would say, 1 inch of a headroom, and that's about 2.5 centimeters. So still left in terms of the headroom, which is more than in the previous generation, which is welcomed. And even when I entered the vehicle, it was much easier than in the previous generation. So more headroom because of these triangle windows. Actually, this one, it really helps that we have it here, so the sloping is not as sharp than in the previous generation. And yeah, my feeling here is really great and much more roomy than in the previous generation of the CLA. So I'm really happy here as a more than average tall person, but not super tall, of course. So in this case, I'm really happy, and with this interior, it looks so futuristic. Check this out. Ambient lighting, now it's sunset almost, so it feels really great here. So in this regard, I'm really happy with the sitting position, and it's really comfortable and quite spacious if we consider this is the entry-level compact sedan. Now sedan, not the coupe, but with the coupe silhouette. So yeah, this has a thumbs up for me for the rear space. And also, when you open the door, the light is now here in the back, because in the middle there is nothing, no trim, just glass. The whole roof consists from glass. So the light has to be here in the back, which is also nice because it can function maybe as a reading light. Really interesting application of the light, of course. In terms of the light switches, on the left side here we have this new panel where you have also parking brake, then you have rear fog light, which is looking here, you can see it here, and then we have button which is mode for the lights. So you just press on this and it will switch between the automatic, then full lights, parking lights, and off. And I cannot see the mode where you switch on only one side of the lights, like it was, for example, in my A-Class or other Mercedes. Maybe it's here, maybe not, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's something to think about, but yeah, I cannot see it here. So let's check out how the full lights are looking, multi-beams. Alright, so this is how the car is looking. It's almost sunset, or let's say night time. Still light, but sunset, and now we don't see anything, but when we come closer we can see the full multi-beam LED, and of course this nice eyebrow with Mercedes, and this is how the grille is illuminated. It's looking pretty cool, I would say. So I quite like this in terms of the grille design. Let me know what you think about the light band, if you are a fan of it or not as much. So this is how it is looking more or less in the real time. So you can see here. Let me know in the comments if you are a fan of the light band and grille illumination. And in terms of the rear, now when it's darker, let's check it out. So here is the MB Star, looking fly, and in terms of the rear, here is the MB Star, really nice 3D design, and also this LED stripe. Once again, let me know in the comments what do you think about this. And for example, now I'm parking the car and I turn it off the engine, because for the parking and lower speed drives, it doesn't require engine, so it's working in the electric or hybrid, we can say, the same as a plug-in hybrid. But this one is not a plug-in, it's a high-tech hybrid, so it's a little bit more energy than in the mild hybrid, but of course less than in the plug-in hybrid. So I'm really curious how it will drive in the real world scenario, and of course you will see this drive as soon as possible on the channel, so stay tuned for that. So far, driving and everything here on the parking lot, it's very easy, so I'm very happy with this in terms of the parking and everything. So yeah, really comfortable and really positive thoughts with the new CLA. And in terms of the light sequence, when I start the car, check this out. A little bit different than previously. And here you can see that you can also kick under the boot.